We are live.
Welcome. This is Doc Holliday along with Bobby Blackjack. You're listening and watching The Skinny Sports Talk right here from Villa Roma Resort, Villa Roma Television on YouTube right now. We're going to talk some sports today. We're going to talk some football tomorrow, championship weekend. Who's going to the Super Bowl? We're going to find out today our views, who we think are going to go to the Super Bowl, and we'll tell you all about the sports bar at Villa Roma. It's the Sports Bar and Grill, and it is jumping, and it'll be jumping tomorrow. Championship weekend, $10 pitchers, scrumptious food, and right here at Villa Roma Resort. I don't know of any other sports bar, Bobby, that you could go to. Let's say you're staying at the resort or you live in the condos right next door. You call the shuttle at Villa Roma. They'll drive you there. This way, you could have a beer or two. You could have a pitcher, a $10 pitcher, save some money. Don't get in your car. Call the shuttle. They'll drive you there. They'll pick you up after the game and drop you back home. No drinking and driving. Let us do the driving. You do the drinking. Sports Bar and Grill underneath the clubhouse at Villa Roma. I know online it looks amazing, and it is amazing. People say, "Where is this? Where's this place that people are having so much fun?"
It's hard to find, right? Sometimes.
It's hard to find. There's little signage. There's more signage coming. It's a work in progress, and wow, it is nice, Bobby. Huh?
Oh yeah.
Let's let's bring on the air right now Bobby Blackjack. He's in New Jersey. I'm in Calicoon. This is Villa Roma Television. We have some exciting news. How about it, Bobby? How are you today?
I'm pretty good. Like I said, it's been a crazy couple of days off. Down here in Jersey, a couple of things going on, so I'm pretty excited about this weekend. And yeah, let's go. I'm almost ready. I'm blasting my stuff out now to all our different locations and whatnot. So, what are your thoughts so far of? Let's start with Notre Dame, because that was a couple of days ago. We're all big Notre Dame fans. What was your thoughts of that game after the fact? Now you had a couple of days to digest it and really take it all in and see what happens. What are your thoughts?
It was a tough game to watch, Bobby, from the very beginning. Ohio State came out so strong. But let me tell you, Notre Dame showed me something in that game, and little too late for the comeback, but they showed some promise, Bobby. They really made me proud.
No, absolutely. I mean, 31-7. If you remember the past couple of times, the Notre Dame was in the championship game and we got blown out, like 2012, and then a couple of years before that. Everybody laughed at us. We don't belong there. So 31-7, it's kind of like, here we go again. We're gonna prove that we don't belong there. They're gonna laugh. Who are we? Join the conference already. Who do you think you are? But you're right. Marcus Freeman and the guys came back, and it wasn't for a couple controversial calls. Maybe you don't go for that field goal there, or hey, maybe actually in hindsight, go for the field goal was maybe the wrong move. But it turned out that if he made that field goal, it's a whole different game as well, because we only lost by 10 points, but they tacked on a late field goal at the end. So that would have made a big difference, that field goal, if he made it.
That's right. And yeah, I feel bad for Notre Dame, but they again, that quarterback, he showed the scouts, the NFL scouts, that he could hang with the best of them, and so did the Ohio State quarterback. I'll give it to him. That that's a future NFLer right there.
Yeah, I think Riley Leonard. They kept saying all season long how sorry, I keep tearing here. They keep saying all year long how he was like a big basketball prospect. So I mean, if football was his second sport, I can imagine how he is on the hardwood. But he definitely showed something. And if you remember, Doc, last season, um, we had Sam Hartman at quarterback. The season before that, there was the one game when we played Duke where he got really banged up, Riley Leonard, during that game, and Sam Hartman actually waited for him, make sure he was okay. And maybe that was a sign of the future, but then he ended up coming to Notre Dame the next year and actually playing better than Sam Hartman. But I think we need a quarterback with more of an arm. I don't know if that's Steve Angeli. I don't know if that's CJ Carr coming in, but we'll get there. Like I said, I'm proud of the team. I'm proud of the direction we're going in. Marcus Freeman's a hell of a coach. Like I keep saying, he's the right coach at the right time, and he's just building up a contender there that will be contending for a national title every season. That's all you can ask for.
And Bobby, I know John, my son in South Dakota, there, big Notre Dame fan, and he could tell you a list of injuries for Notre Dame. Just
Oh my God,
all
yeah.
those starters hurt, even to lose by 10 points to Ohio State. I'm very surprised with that, with all the injuries of Notre Dame, and they'll be back, Bobby. You know it.
Absolutely. It makes it exciting. I love the what they call the hot stove season, the off season, and I love tracking the players and who's coming in. And like I said, Steve Angeli is a Jersey guy, right from around here somewhere with the Bergen Catholic. I actually DJ'd his championship party when they came back after meeting Don Bosco. I was in the cafeteria. They all came in, had a great time. That was a good memory for me. But they'll be back. They'll be back. No
And
doubt they'll be back.
it was great to see Lou Holtz in the crowd as well, Bobby, famous coach. He was hoping so much that they would do a little bit better than they did.
Yeah, we had a one for Lou one of these years, right? I mean, last time they won a championship was 1988. That was the year I graduated high school. And I wasn't really. I mean, I wasn't as big a fan as I am now. High school is different, right? You're different. You're worried about college and hanging out with your friends and whatnot. So I was a much bigger fan now of Notre Dame and all sports than I was back then. So, yeah, I want to see a championship. I want to see Notre Dame raise that banner, and I'll do another TikTok video and get 18,000 views with tears in my eyes because I'm a passionate fan. I wouldn't have it
People
any other
like
way.
passion, Bobby. They love passion. People do.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm almost done here. Hold on. All right, I'm done. All right, here we go. All right, so Notre Dame did their thing now, off season. Again, you know what? I don't hate Ohio State, never did. I mean, if we lost like Michigan, that would have hurt. The teams that we play all the time. I don't hate Ohio State.
Yeah, Ohio State. I think all those stickers on the helmets. I tell you, every time they do something good, they give them a little sticker. The whole helmet was filled with stickers. They must be doing good, Bobby.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of that coach with his painted beard and stuff. But again, I don't mind Ohio State. Michigan could have been a lot worse. So who do you got? Who do you got? All right, let's go to the games last week. Now, wow, Washington Commanders, you called it. I mean, I got to start following you around and just take notes. And when you make predictions, I'm going to start betting on them because you nailed it again.
Well, the Skins, the Commanders, I can tell you, Bobby, that right from the beginning, and they hung in there. Even the games they lost early in the season after they started so hot were to teams that are still in the playoffs. I remember the Ravens game, Bobby, hung with them. So this is a contender, and the quarterback, the whole city, a lot of the country behind the Commanders, and they'll be going into a tough Philadelphia uh, stadium, and it's going to be a little warmer than it has been, Bobby. I think they're going to be in this game.
Yeah, I mean, what makes it even more interesting, they're playing an interdivision rival in the Eagles. And, as a Giants fan, as a Steelers fan, we hate the Eagles, right?
That's
You
right,
know,
Bobby.
all right, Saquon Barkley's there. Again, he never should have been drafted in the first place. All right, that's a whole other story. But what makes this game even more interesting is that these teams split during the season. So not only are they playing for the tiebreaker there, but they're playing for a trip to the Super Bowl,
It's
which
great. That's right, Bobby. And I'll tell you that these teams being in the same division, this is where it gets a little tough to pick. Even though I know I'm going to go with the Commanders here, I just say that the same division teams, they know each other inside and out. They don't even have to watch the films, Bobby. They know each other.
they know
Every
each other.
player knows each other. The coaches know each other, and that's why they split this season. And that's got to make the Philadelphia Eagle fans a little antsy here, a little worried.
Absolutely, because besides the fact that Jalen Hurts is not he's hurt, so he's not playing to the best of his abilities right now. He's banged up. Like the past couple of games, AJ Brown has been pretty much non-existent. So they're really relying on their O line and Saquon Barkley. So I would think that the Commanders would really focus on that and maybe stack the box a little bit in the beginning and make the Eagles make Jalen Hurts earn that win. Throw a pass downfield, see what happens.
That's right,
And
Bobby. The success many years ago, Joe Montana, Roger Craig, and Jerry Rice, it was the option. Go to Craig on the option, go down the field to Rice. This was Philly's strong point early in the season when they were healthy. Bobby, they're going to key themselves on Saquon Barkley, and Hurts better be throwing down the field with an option, or they're going to be in trouble. And they're going to be in trouble early because Washington is hungry. This young quarterback, he's going to light them up, Bobby.
he's having. We're witnessing basically the best rookie campaign of any quarterback in NFL history.
And they can get to him, Bobby, but you need the line. Late in the season, the defensive line, a little hurting, Bobby, just like the offense. And I don't think Philadelphia is peaking at this point. I think Washington has come back strong. To go into a dome stadium in perfect conditions against the number one seed Detroit Lions and manhandle them right from the get-go and putting up 45 points inside the stadium. Already Detroit is shook up with all the coaches being shuffled around throughout the league. Unreal, Bobby. I still can't believe it.
No, I was rooting hard for Detroit. Nothing against the Commanders, but Detroit was a great story. They haven't been there before. They've been trending up. Dan Campbell has that, you know, rally up attitude, get you all pumped up. Whether you're a fan, a player, or whatnot. But here's an interesting factor, Doc, and we'll get to the other game in a few moments. But I just thought about this a couple days ago. If the Commanders can win, and if we get the Bills over the hump, that only becomes a revenge game for the Buffalo Bills because when they had their four straight consecutive losses in the Super Bowl, they were all against NFC East teams, one of which were the then Washington Redskins. So that makes for a real interesting story coming up in the Super Bowl. By the way, what's happening up at Villaroma for the big game?
Big game. We're at the Sports Bar and Grill. The championship weekend. We'll be down there. Sports Bar and Grill will be open. Scrumptious food, $10 pitchers, craft drinks underneath the clubhouse at Villaroma. So that's just about a half mile from the front doors of Villaroma. And I have a saying. I came up with it, Bobby, and I printed on almost every advertisement. The Sports Bar and Grill at Villaroma catering to our guests at the hotel and the local community. That's right, Bobby. The local community is, come on down. Come to Villaroma. You're invited. Come on. Come out to the Sports Bar and Grill underneath the clubhouse. And when it gets warmer, you make your tee times for golf. What a course. 18 holes, brand new tee boxes 2 years ago, a brand new irrigation system. We got a putting green and the most beautiful views in the Sullivan Catskills. I live right up the street, Bobby. I see these views every day. I'm looking out over the golf course and the beautiful Catskill Mountains. This is the place to be. 800-533-6767 for the time of your life. Villa Roma. That's what this show is brought to you by Villa Roma. Also, a club in New York City. It's on Park Avenue South, 22nd and Park Avenue South. It's called Dom, New York. Dom, New York. Place for art, music, the best drinks, Bobby. They infuse them with something. The smoke coming out of these drinks, craft drinks, and like people are dressed up. It's very artsy. Dom, New York, Park Avenue South. Bobby, we got to go down there to Dom.
We got to go. Well, yeah, definitely. We have some off weekends coming up, right?
That's
Yeah.
right.
By the way, also, I meant, is there a party going on at the sports bar for the big game?
There is a party. It's February 9th. That's Super Bowl Sunday. The Commanders will be there. Possibly,
Hopefully.
hopefully, and I say I'll save my pick, but Super Bowl Sunday, February 9th, uh, there's a huge menu of food. It's a buffet. It's only $20. Watch on the 80-inch TV over at the sports bar. $10 pitchers, all sorts of fun. We're having a party. Super Bowl Sunday, Villa Roma Sports Bar and Grill, February 9th.
What I
And
found, Doc, what I found hang out there a couple times recently is that, a lot of the locals who do come there, everybody has some tie to Villaroma. Their husband, their wife, their daughter, their son, their uncle, their aunt, their brother, their sister either works there or have worked there. So, you get that kind of home feel there as well.
that's right, Bobby. I was there. The hotel, we didn't have timeshare, but we had a group in house. And then I went into the sports bar, and it was, I believe, a Notre Dame game. And there's a local sitting there. His name is Pete. And I won't give his last name. I don't know his last name, but he's a local guy. And do you know that he said that he used to work there when he was a kid, when he was a teenager, and what fond memories he has of Villa Roma. He plays golf. He comes in, but he said, "What a job!" He's been to the grill room before, but this is the sports bar and grill. It's brand new, and it's really nice, Bobby. It's a great place to watch a game. To hang out with your friends and watch a game. Even if you're by yourself, just pop in.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to. I believe there's the new carpet being put in this week.
That's right. New carpet. There's
The new
all
tables, new tabletops.
an intelligent lighting, Bobby. So if you were an Eagle fan and you wanted to pop on green lighting, any color of the spectrum, you could do it from your phone, Bobby. Well, we control the lighting, but I could tell you, we're going to be putting red lighting for the Commanders, red and white.
I love it. I love it. All right, so let's get to the next game. Buffalo did their job. They had one job to do: stop Lamar Jackson, and they pretty much did that. Um, again, I keep preaching this. I want to see the Buffalo Bills win a championship. Okay, they have one of the best fan bases in football. Now, I don't know if you saw this, Doc. Mark Andrews dropped the 2-point conversion that would have tied the game last week, right? He was very distraught. He kind of hid for a couple of days, didn't talk to the media. Very upset, very passionate player, obviously, very good player. But the Buffalo Bills fans found out he had a charity and they flooded it with money. That's what
Wow.
the Buffalo Bill fans do. They're such a tight knit group. Um, so I can only imagine a franchise, a team that's 0-4, thinking they went four. Think about that, Doc. 4 years straight they went to the Super Bowl and lost every time. And Josh Allen, I think, is a great guy, great quarterback. They have a team full of overachievers, and I just think it's their time. They took care of business against the Ravens. Another great game, obviously. And I think KC is not KC. You know what? And I think we speak for 90% of America that we don't want to see the Chiefs there anymore. Let's go. Let's get some new teams there. Let's get the Commanders in there. The Eagles were there a couple of years ago. Commanders, Bills, let's go. Let's get some new teams there. I'm tired of seeing, again, I have nothing against Pat Mahomes. He's a great guy, great role model, best quarterback in football, does almost nothing wrong, which is good, right? But I'm just tired. I'm tired of seeing Taylor Swift everywhere. Now we got Caitlin Clark hanging out there now. Come on. You know, they get all the calls their way. I just hope we have a decisive victory by the Bills. I'm tipping my hand here for a prediction, but I just hope we get a decisive victory. No controversial calls. No calls given to the Chiefs because it's the Chiefs. We make more money if they're in the Super Bowl because Taylor Swift's there. You know, with her Swifties.
And Caitlin Clark, right, Bobby?
Caitlin Clark's there now. Oh, I love Caitlin Clark. I think she's great for sports. But now that she's hanging out there now. Come on.
I'm thinking we may some international stars in the box come Sunday, Bobby.
Speaking of Caitlin Clark, my Seton Hall Pirates, who are very bad this year, the men's team, the women's team, I'm going to see, at 1 o'clock they tip off, and they're very good this year. But the Seton Hall men are playing at, if I'm not mistaken, they're playing at Butler today. No, I'm sorry, Creighton. I'm sorry, my bad. But Caitlin Clark's boyfriend is coaches for Butler, so maybe when Butler plays Seton Hall here in Newark, she might be there. That'd be pretty exciting.
And you put the word out, Bobby. That place, they're going to have to move the game to Madison Square Garden.
I actually asked Coach Bozell about that, the women's team, because, we play UConn in a couple of weeks. And, today's game is going to be sold out. Today we got St. John's. Today we play PBA Ray's team. The Sadlers went there, Nicole and Pete. They're St. John's people. A lot of our guests at Villaroma are St. John's people because they all come from New York. I'm the other guy from New Jersey who went to Seton Hall, but St. John's Seton Hall women's basketball today should be exciting. But got a little off track there. But I just don't want to see the Bills get shortchanged of a stupid call because everybody's watching now. The whole NFL world is watching for a stupid call that goes their way that nobody else will get. I think I heard somewhere yesterday. I haven't verified it. I don't know if it's true or not, but something like X amount of interceptions that Mahomes has thrown recently would have thrown an interception, but they were called for defensive penalty, so it got nullified. It just seems like it's a little too much. And hey, we grew up with the Jordan rules. Remember the Jordan rules? Michael Jordan got all the calls, they say, because he's Michael Jordan, the biggest star on the planet. Well, I think that's sort of happening here with the Mahomes and the Chiefs. But, hey, the Chiefs did their thing. Hey, the Texans hung around for a while, but the Texans are not there at that level yet. They're a young team, young quarterback, young coach. So Texans are on their path. They just couldn't hang with the Chiefs last week. And then, the Bills played the Ravens, did their thing. And here we go. Here we go. Tomorrow.
That's right. Sports Bar and Grill. I'm going to stop down there and have some fun. And I know the games are on at home, but it's just not the same at home as it is down at the Sports Bar and Grill. And they've made the Fay Hospitality, the new owners of Villa Roma, have made that place, just turned it right around. It just used to be the grill room. It was a place golfers went and had a beer maybe before going out on the back nine and or in between rounds or what have you, or after a round. And there's a kitchen there, but I'll tell you what, Chris is cooking up some food down there, and the rice balls I had were fantastic. The burgers, unbelievable. Why go downtown? Get in your car. Take the shuttle up to the Sports Bar and Grill. Have food, have drink, and then the shuttle will take you back.
Exactly. I'm keep hearing. I don't know why. No,
Yes,
exactly.
Bobby.
Chris is a great guy, great cook. I'm sure they'll be cooking up some more specials as they go forward. Hey, I remember that place used to be, I think before you got there, Doc, we used to go there on Sunday morning when we left after a great week of Villa Roma, have our last breakfast, say goodbye and take off up the hill and go home.
That's
So
right.
that was a whole new atmosphere now, and it just adds to the. It's going to add real quick to the overall um, ambiance to the whole resort itself. Because, like you said, the new owners are going to put other eating establishments within the property. And that's what you want in a resort. You want to have an option sometimes, right? You don't want to get stuck, with very limited options. And while we love our local businesses, yeah, we also want to keep some of that business in house as well. And like you said, shuttle bus, do what you got to do, get some food, and move on.
That's right, Bobby. And you know how we used to have a couple of years ago, um, Mystery Manhattan came up. We did the wedding. They did the Golden Girls and those types of functions. The wedding was interactive, had nice, just like going to a real wedding, and it was packed up there. But could you imagine, Bobby, if that wedding was going on a couple of years ago, and then the overflow went downstairs, and that sports bar was operating at the same time as the night as that show? The overflow would go downstairs, and very, very nice.
No, exactly. Again, this gives more options for the guests to do things and explore more of the places that the resort offers. I'm excited. We'll see what happens with Eleanor's, right?
That's right.
Right.
And I can tell you, Bobby, we're just going to mention it now. I'm not going to give you the list of all the artists, but the Catskills Festival is coming up, and that's the 21st through the 23rd of February, and it's going to be a grand old time. We got what a lineup for you. We start at about 9 in the morning. We go to about 4 in the morning, and all weekend long. First night till 3 in the morning, second night till 4 in the morning, Bobby, and then we're going to go Sunday as well. And we got such a lineup. We got jazz brunches, jazz dinners. We got headline entertainment for you, and we even got late night parties with these unbelievable acts, Bobby. It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, like different things. Different things. It was time to shake up the core a little bit, right? And just introduce some new ideas and new energy, to a place we all love, right?
That's right. And even in March, we're going to go cultural, Bobby. We're going to have the Holi Festival, Holi. It's from India. It's the Festival of Colors right at Villaroma. Villaroma going international, Bobby.
Yep, yep, for sure, for sure.
And big news before we get back to the game, Villaroma Television will be getting a home right at Villaroma Resort. We're not going to give away all the details yet, but we're going to have a studio right at Villaroma, a podcast studio, a broadcast studio, a television studio right at Villaroma. If you're a podcaster and you want to rent a studio out for your podcast, you let me know in advance. Contact Bobby or I. We'll hook you up in a brand new studio at Villaroma.
And coming soon, if you have a business in the tri-state area, especially down in the areas where a majority of our guests come from, like Long Island, Staten Island, Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx, Jersey, Connecticut, you have a business in an area that caters to the local communities down there, or here where I am, you'll be able to advertise now to your fellow guests and timeshare owners and advertise your business on a show like this or stuff we have going upcoming in the future.
That's right, Bobby. And then Villaroma Radio will be broadcast throughout the resort. And in between the songs, you just might hear your business mentioned right on the air on Villaroma Radio. You want to be a sponsor? You contact Bobby or myself. Also, as these festivals come out, the Catskills Festival, we'll have the Catskill Comedy Festival, we'll have all these different festivals going on. If you want to pick up a sponsor packet from Adam Jacobson, the director of sales. He'll have the sponsorship package that you can sponsor one of these events, Bobby. This is huge.
Yeah, again, we know a lot of people own businesses or work for companies they love, and now you get a chance to really help. Hey, you go home and you help your job or your business hopefully grow in this new economy that we're about to explode in.
And I know if I own Dom New York, on Park Avenue South in New York City, top-notch club right there in the heart of Manhattan. I know I'd want to be mentioned every single show that was mentioned at Villa Roma, the radio, the television, and all the podcasting. Right, Bobby?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of exciting stuff happening in the upcoming future. We're excited about it. All right, Doc, let's get to the picks now. Something really else going on in the sports world, right? Baseball is kind of Yankees had to pick up a couple of pitchers, nothing big. I think they're set for their right now what they're going to do.
And
Maybe
where's Pete Alonso stand with the Mets right now, Bobby?
they're in limbo for some reason. Steve Cohen is a billionaire, maybe mega billionaire. You know, I watched Billions on TV. That's about his life, right? That's him. But yet they don't want to sign their core players. Probably the most famous player they've had up until Soto, obviously, for the past 3, 4, 5 years. You need a first baseman. Why aren't you signing Pete Alonso?
Something's up, Bobby. Something's up in the sports world. They're not telling us. Why not? Why hasn't anybody picked him up? I heard the Blue Jays very interested in Pete Alonso. I'd be interested in Pete Alonso. We have many openings here at Villa Roma. Pete, we want you at Villa Roma.
Yeah, we're having a softball team this year. We need a first baseman.
Yeah.
By the way, there's Ben Pett. What's up, guys? Hello, Ben. What's going on?
What's up, Ben?
Thanks for joining us. Yeah, so the only move the Yankees really can make now would be Luis. I'm not sure how you say his last name. Arias. He's the guy who won the batting championship the past 2 years. You know, I think he's on the Padres now. That's the one guy I can see us getting if the salaries work out in the trade, because we don't really have a second baseman yet. So that's the one guy I would say, and he's a contact hitter. So I think that's going to be our MO going forward to get more people on base for Aaron Judge or whatnot. So yeah, baseball is quiet right now. We'll get a lot of baseball coming up. Yeah, we're heading towards the doldrums of sports, right? Because we have the great day tomorrow, the championship Sunday. In 2 weeks, we have the Super Bowl. And then it kind of quiets down for a while, Doc. But, hopefully baseball, starts soon. It's January 25th. So pitchers and catchers should be reporting in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, Bobby, you just mentioned that a lull in the sports and the management. I was talking with the other day, and as far as the sports bar going forward, so I think right after championship weekend would be a perfect time to lay the new carpet down, take a little break, lay the new carpet down, and that'll be ready for Super Bowl Sunday, February 9th at the Sports Bar and Grill, Villa Roma Resort.
Yep. All right, Doc, let's do it. Tomorrow's they call it last weekend the best weekend in NFL of the season. You have the 2 games on Saturday, 2 games on Sunday. Well, now we're left to one more day. There's 2 more days of football left in the NFL season. My God, does it go quick?
Very, very quick, Bobby. So let's go to the first game. I believe it's a 3:00 game, Bobby.
3:00 game. Yes, I'll hopefully be in Atlantic City by then. I just realized that I'm going to Atlantic City tomorrow. That place is going to be overrun by Eagles fans. Oh, all little Britney's walking around with their greens, their go fly, go Eagles fly. No, go away, go away. But yeah, tomorrow, 3:00, the 12-5 Commanders, who are the 6th seed in the NFC, face the number 2 seed and 14-3 Eagles. Over under is 47. Eagles by 6 though. Wow, are you kidding me? There's no way the Eagles are blowing this team out. They have all the momentum right now. What do you think?
All right, Bobby. I laid on the line. Forget the points. Forget the 6. You're going Commanders to win it outright. And I could tell you this, that the Eagles, they took out the number one seed. Commanders took out the number one seed last week. They're going to take out the number two seed tomorrow. Mark my words. Commanders to the Super Bowl.
And Doc, I don't know if I've read this also, and unfortunately for the other side of our fan base at Villaroma, the Commanders up until, well, obviously tomorrow, I think it was 1991, the last time they made a championship game. And I think that would have been the same year they won the Super Bowl, because that was kind of in line with, no, that was the 80s. I'm sorry. The last time the Commanders made the NFC Championship game was 1991, I believe. Now who has the longest streak now? The Jets. I don't know. Go figure. But yeah, I'm with you on that. Again, this is not a from the heart pick, because I hate the Eagles so much. I just really think this Commanders team, after last week, right? There's, as you know, you were the only person in America, I think, who publicly on a sports show picked the Commanders to win. And you know what? And it wasn't like they squeaked it by either. Right. They spanked the Lions.
Spanked them.
Oh, that wasn't even close.
Wow.
I mean, that halftime score is the score of most games. It was like 31 points in the half already. Jaden Daniels is the next big thing. What a tremendous job. Seems like a likable guy, right? And
very likable.
Very likable guy. And hey, the Giants wanted him too, so something, right? But I think Jaden Daniels, they're gonna try to ruffle his feathers. And again, he's no longer. I mean, they say, oh, he's a rookie quarterback. Come on, he's 17 games into his career already. I think he's a little beyond rookie right now. Now he's getting that real game experience, and hopefully he learns some things along the way. And like we said, both teams have split the season. And I believe the Commanders won the last one, which was closer to the Christmas holiday, a big one they needed to make the playoffs. So they played under pressure already. And, hey, I think it's going to be a great game, but Commanders right now are hot. And I can't see them coming in flat after what we witnessed last week.
That's right, Bobby. And I could say this, that the Eagle fans, they're like the sixth man in basketball. They're the 12th man in football. But I could tell you this, the defensive line is going to be the key in this game. The defense of the Philadelphia Eagles, if they cannot get to Jaden Daniels and put pressure on this young quarterback, it's over, Bobby. It's going to be over early. We're going to see some empty seats by, I'd say, beginning of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, again, if Jalen Hurts is truly hurt and still hurt, and he can't throw the ball downfield, they're gonna stack the box and make Saquon win it with his legs. And as great as Saquon is, he can't do it by himself.
So we're both in agreement. Commanders going to go to the Super Bowl, and I think it's just a travesty that they're 6-point underdogs after beating the number one seed on their own turf.
Exactly. Now I'm looking at the next game. Bills at Chiefs, 6:30 kickoff. The Chiefs are only 2-point favorite at home. Now you're a betting man, Doc. What does that mean? That means if this was the other way around, they'd be 4-point favorites, the Bills, right? Or 2.
2 points, and
they say 3 points is the cutoff, right? Every team gets home team gets a 3-point advantage, and they go from there. So if they're only 2-point favorites, that means the money is going on Buffalo because they're starting to stack up the odds there to take away that home field advantage of the 3 points.
Well, if I remember correctly, last week when Baltimore played Buffalo, I believe Baltimore was the Bills were the underdog, Bobby.
I believe so, yeah.
By 1 point.
And they were home. So now they're going to KC, a place that's not easy to win at, with that sea of red everywhere. Taylor Swift with her latest concoction of an outfit to show off, in the stands there. I don't know. But I think again, Josh Allen. I think I read yesterday has not thrown an interception. And I hope I'm not jinxing him, but he's been so efficient with the ball that he has not thrown an interception in a while. And I had a feeling. I've been saying this all year long. I think this is the Bills' year. You know why? Because the bullseye kind of once all those players left, once they traded Stephon Diggs to the Texans, right? Everybody's like, "Ooh, maybe the Bills are doing a slight readjustment in their team there, and maybe this is not their year. Maybe it's the year they kind of reset a little bit and get ready for a second run with Josh Allen at quarterback." But no, I didn't buy that. I had a feeling the Bills were doing the right thing. Stephon Diggs became a little bit of a headache, and now you have a bunch of guys there who are, aside from Amari Cooper, who are pretty inexperienced, but experienced enough with this team, with this coaching staff to make a difference. James Cook is a phenomenal running back that gets very little press. They got backup running backs who could do things and would start on most of the teams in the NFL. They got two tight ends who are capable of being studs, Kincaid and Knox. And they were the only team this year to beat Mahomes in the regular season. Now, yeah, Chiefs lost 2 games, but that second game was week 17 when nothing mattered.
Nothing mattered. That's right. Nothing mattered. But they're suspect. If Mahomes goes down, their backup didn't show me anything, Bobby.
Yeah, Carson Wentz is, hey, Carson Wentz was Josh Allen before Josh Allen. Don't forget, Carson Wentz went somewhere. If I'm not mistaken, Carson Wentz either was South Dakota State or North Dakota State, up by Johnny there. And no, Josh Allen was Wyoming. So they said like Josh Allen was the next Carson Wentz, right? Because the big guy from a small school that had the cannon for an arm, but Carson Wentz's career went south, while Josh Allen is probably the top 2 or 3 quarterbacks in the league right now.
And Bobby, the saving grace is if Josh Allen goes down, we got Mike White sitting on the bench in Buffalo.
Is he?
Yes.
Oh, I'm waiting for a Mike White report for a few weeks now. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Buffalo picked him up.
All right. I forgot reminded. I lost track of Mike White. I wasn't sure where he was. Now we know. So what's your pick there, Doc?
It's going to be a tough game. And I do remember all 4 losses in the Super Bowl for the Bills. I remember the Chuck Norwood. I'm a big Giant fan. We're so glad that field goal went wide. I feel bad for Chuck Norwood. Bobby, you jinxed somebody the other week when you said Justin Herbert only threw 3 interceptions all year. He threw 4 in one game right after you said that. But I got to go with Bills here. I hate the Chiefs. I just hate that NFL has to rely on ratings using non-football. Every time Kelsey makes a catch, they show the box, hey, and then they go back down to the field. I'd rather see a commercial, Bobby.
Yeah, it's getting a little played out right now. And hey, if they're happy, I'm happy for them. I'm not mad at them as a couple. I'm not mad at them as who they are and their stature. But you said this is football. Show me football. That's not football.
No,
that's not football.
Not at all. And when it gets so many bad reviews online, the media, not the media, Bobby, but the fans are tired of it. Tired of it.
They're tired of that. They're tired of the calls going the Chiefs' way all the time. And I'm not saying he can't win more Super Bowls. I'm not saying he's not going to be the greatest quarterback potentially that ever lived. But you know what? It's Bills time, baby. Let's go. Let's go Bills. I got some good friends that are big Bills fans. We used to have a Bills show on our sports network here. I hope to get them back on the air soon. Maybe if they do make it to past tomorrow, we'll get them on the air for a big show so they can break down the game as Bills fans. But I will say this though: if the Bills make it past this weekend, if you're listening to this and you're on a table up there in New York State by Buffalo, beware, you're going down. I don't know what the predilection is for Bills fans to break tables, but it's fun.
Well, I can tell you this, Bobby. The best thing to invest in right now, people say Bitcoin. I'd say 6 or 8 foot heavy duty plastic tables. You could get them at Home Depot or Lowe's, and they're selling out up in Buffalo. They're breaking all the tables, Bobby.
Quick question is my cousin John, who's a Bill Roma guest as well, week 31. Yeah, again, another fan. Now, John is a diehard Dolphins fan, and he's right. The NBA now has become all about the stars, all about LeBron James. I can't stand. I have reasons not like LeBron James, business reasons, and and now the NFL is doing the same thing. I can see his hatred for Brady. I actually love Brady. I know you have the deflate ball up there in your office there, but and don't you have a GOAT in Tom Brady?
That's right. He announced his retirement, Bobby. We named the little baby goat Tom Brady, and not that I'm a Brady fan, but to respect Tom Brady, one of the GOAT, and we named him Tom Brady, the GOAT, and then he announced he's going to play again. I'm like, what the heck? Now I'm stuck with a Tom Brady GOAT, and he was still playing. So, but to piggyback on what you just said and what John's saying, the Miami fan is when I was watching the national championship game, Notre Dame, Ohio State, who do they pan to but LeBron James wearing an Ohio State
you saw my thing. You saw my post
ball
on
cap?
Facebook.
And right away, Bobby, I didn't put it on the air, but I said to myself, this is LeBron James has become the Taylor Swift of college football. He's the college football celebrity wearing the hat every time they make a touchdown. Crazy, Bobby. Crazy this way the world's going with this media.
I know. Hey, John, thanks for checking in. Let's talk soon. It's been a while. Yeah, again, it's just a lot of stuff going on. By the way, I want to mention real quick. I'm obviously going for the Bills tomorrow as well. How excited are you for Pete Carroll getting that Raiders job? 73-year-old Pete Carroll is coming back to the NFL, baby. The guy's got an energy like, kind of like you, right? You're a ball of energy. So Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll.
That's gonna be. I'm psyched for that. I don't know why I'm so happy to see Pete Carroll is back in the NFL with the black and silver, but and Tom Brady's there as well. So hey, I'm excited for that. Pete Carroll.
Hey, that's going to be a Raider Nation is going to be on fire next year, Bobby.
A lot of possibilities with the draft. We'll go more of the draft in a week or so. Obviously Giants have a huge decision in front of them and whatnot. But I got to run. I got to go to South Orange, New Jersey for a basketball game. Doc, take us. Any final thoughts?
Final thoughts. Sports Bar and Grill tomorrow. Scrumptious food, great drinks, $10 pitchers, and the best football going. Doubleheader tomorrow.
Yep. And my final thoughts are go Bills Nation. Let's break some tables tomorrow. And they have is Gino a Raider next year?
Ooh.
You know what, John? For 1 year as a bridge quarterback, if they do draft, they want Shedeur Sanders. Also because Tom Brady has been mentoring Shedeur Sanders. as well behind the scenes. So, yeah, like I said, the draft this year can be very unpredictable. I just read before how the Titans, who have the number one pick, are enamored with Travis Hunter, which then pushes one of the quarterbacks to the Giants at 3, right? But unless the Raiders now move up to grab Shador Sanders and and the Browns need a quarterback because what's his name's done. Deshaun Watson's done for the year already. But yeah, John, good point there. Gino to the Raiders for 1 year to mentor a new quarterback. I can see that. And ironically, our listeners our numbers are going up right now. But
Yeah.
we'll be back next week. I'm actually free next Friday. The Coach Boz show will be moved to Thursday next week because of travel. So I'll probably do the Coach Boz show from my room next week because I'll be working Wednesday night. Then if they want to do Friday or later Thursday together or something, we'll figure it out.
That's right. You're watching Villa Roma Television. This is Sports Talk, the Skinny. Bobby, have a great afternoon.
You too. And we'll be in touch, and I'll see you on Wednesday.
All right, great.
Take care, fellas. Take care, people. Take care, Villa Roma Nation. We'll be back.
Yeah.